Well, if Gilman wins this, or if Cruz wins the next two, either way, the winner's going to see Dayton Fix at Final X Lincoln.
And right away, picking up, there's an attack, and Cruz didn't even get hardly that close on a leg attack in match number one. And the problem he's got to solve, he's got to get out of this tie. This collar tie is no good for him. It's all Gilman. He gets really low, starts driving. He had Cruz in the edge during much of the match. Now the inside control, and Cruz also needs to avoid that lefty underhook, and there he's punching to it as Thomas Gilman. He takes a lot of ground from that position, wrestling almost like an Iranian style. Cruz trying to hold and avoid giving up that first one. And Gilman just going to drive him out for a point. 1-0 lead. Thomas Gilman, just how the last match started. And you see Cruz working from space a little bit better. But if you don't attack.
Yeah, and it's the restarts, I think, are Cruz's opportunities to get from space, because the whistle blew, he's got space, boom. As soon as Gilman has his hands on you, he's not letting go. He's not giving you that opportunity to wrestle from the outside. Gilman digs an underhook.
And there's that under, almost like an Alex Darian tie there from Thomas Gilman. And they're going to hit Cruz for passivity. And if your butt's to the center, your opponent's more than likely to get a hit for passivity. That's just what happened with Darian Cruz. Of course, Gilman just won the rubber match between these two. They were 1-1 coming into this match now, a 2-1 edge for Gilman, who's a world silver medalist in 2017. There's a shot attempt, but pawn that head down, looking for a reattack. Gilman can't get it. 1:33 to go in the first.
Gilman holding ground in the center of the mat, really controlling where the action takes place. And Cruz trying to fire off an attack, not quite from the outside, but not quite as tied up as Gilman likes to keep it. Gilman digs the underhook on the right side again. He's going to take Cruz out of bounds, and another step out, 2-0. Gilman leads with 1:18 to go here in the first.
Death of 1,000 cuts with Thomas Gilman. Little by little, just builds his lead. And they're getting on Gilman for interlocking the fingers. And Tom Brands is all kinds of fired up about that. I don't know if he didn't like maybe he thought Cruz initiated the fingers. And in their first meeting, 3 seconds in, they got on Gilman about hands to the face. So maybe some points of emphasis.
Here today?
Yes. Cruz is on the clock. 30 seconds.
Just under a minute to go in the first.
And Gilman doesn't really pay attention to the shot clock, or he didn't in their earlier match. He went on his offense even though Cruz was on the attack and got one before the shot clock could even expire.
And Cruz now wrestling from space a little bit more. And now Gilman's got his hands on him. Don't know if he's going to let go. He'll probably be in the tie.
And you're watching at home, you're saying, well, Cruz should shoot. The thing is that the opportunity has to be so perfect, because Gilman's got one of the best re-attacks. He'll go short offense, right head to the leg, really quick, and he's a great finisher if he can get to his lock. There's the point, making it 3-0 now. Gilman picking it up, trying to score, and say center up once more.
Just human chess with your bodies. And Gilman playing a perfect game. Nice snap from Cruz. And he takes an attempt, but yeah, it's hard to get through that head and hands of Thomas Gilman. Another attempt, but...
First period in the books. Gilman picking up where he left off. 3-0 lead. As Jay Nyerman and Frank Molinaro will probably take turns foring each other. A reminder, Thomas Gilman or Darian Cruz, the winner of this best 2 out of 3, going to be taking on Dayton Fix at Final X Lincoln, which is June 15th. You can get some tickets there. FinalX.tv, going to be a great show, great evening of wrestling and afternoon of wrestling.
Yeah, 2 sessions. Going to be fantastic. Both weekends, super pumped. Men, women, Greco, all day long, scrapping it out. Now we see second period, Gilman with a 3-0 lead. Again, gets that underhook on the left side, drives. Look, he's just like almost hopping forward, right?
Well, Yazdana Charati action here from Thomas Gilman.
You mentioned Iranians earlier. Yeah, they just underhook and dig and push. Now taking some ground back as Cruz makes his way back to the center of the mat and breaks free. Let's see if he finds an opportunity to take one of those attacks we talked about in the first. Nothing, 2:20 to go in this thing. Gilman moves forward. There's a shot from Cruz. He gets to the legs. Double transitions to single. Gets Thomas defending. Gilman fights out of it, back to his feet and into the ties. Christian, you said Molinaro and Iron Man might be fouling each other. It was 8-2, now it's 9-8. I don't know what's going on.
There you go.
Two left in this one. Gilman with that 3-0 lead, planted in the center of the mat, both guys, foot in that middle circle. Gilman trying to take ground,
Good
snaps.
snap.
Cruz back into the ties, over collar for Darian. Collar tie for Gilman. They're going passive blue on Gilman.
And he's on the clock now, 30 seconds. So if I'm Cruz, you gotta withstand this 30 seconds because Gilman's not gonna wanna give up this point. And he go double unders. Sweeping out of it as Cruz drops down to his knees, now back up, underhook.
Wise move, circling back towards the center.
5 seconds.
Cruz.
Oh, he's gonna get it. Maybe as time expires, it's close.
Yeah, is it 1-1 or is it just straight up 1? We're gonna see a challenge. They're gonna take it back. They want the brick back. They want the brick back. Okay.
So 4-1, as they're gonna give that 1.
So they each score.
And I guess Tom Brands thinks the shot clock hadn't expired or whatever, but either way, it's 4-1. Gilman has some breathing room. You just want to avoid when all you're getting is ones like Gilman's getting. You want to avoid being within 2 points because a takedown would put you trailing by criteria. There's a shot by Darian Cruz, now front headlock here.
Gilman in a solid position here. Transitions to underhook on the opposite side. Now right hand to the tricep, armpit.
Good head position there for Gilman.
And he's going to try to drive him and lift him up as they get to the edge. I don't think that knee never came down, but they give it.
And I guess because him coming up, I'm not sure why. You know, the grounded rules are always a little confusing, but they're going to say Gilman did enough to earn 1 there, and it's 5-1 now.
And now we see Cruz get in on attack late. He may take Gilman out of bounds, and indeed he will. He'll pick up 1, but it's still a 3-point lead for Thomas Gilman with 7 to go. You got to feel comfortable here.
Got to go feet to back if you're Darian Cruz.
Good luck against Gilman.
Yeah. And that's going to do it. 2 straight for Thomas Gilman. Going to make it to Final X Lincoln where Dayton Fix is waiting for him. Great job by Gilman.